So why did I leave the ATL? Why did I leave Atlanta? This is a $1 million question that has been brought to my attention. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. Why did I leave Atlanta? Now, if you've been following me for a while, you probably heard me mention about 2 months ago that I was in the process of moving. You actually seen me in the process of moving because my bookshelves were empty last week. And now, as you can see, my bookshelves are stacked the way it usually is. And that's a good thing. I'm happy to be where I'm at. I'm in North Carolina, in the Charlotte area. I'm happy to be here. People have said, "Hey, why'd you leave Atlanta? Atlanta's the black Mecca, man." Right? That's what a lot of people say. That's not so. Those are all lies, smoke and mirrors. Here's the deal. I've been living in Atlanta for 10 years. I would consider my 10 years a failure. Now, well, somebody said, well, why would you say you consider it a failure? Because it just didn't work out. It just didn't work out. You know, every place is not for everybody. And Atlanta is a very there's a lot of things about the town and the city and the people living there. You're not gonna know unless you live there. If you go there go there a couple weekends, that's not enough. There's certain things you're just not gonna see. And Atlanta is a very different town compared to any other city. You can't compare it to any other city. There's no comparison. Maybe LA, maybe. I think LA is probably worse than Atlanta. But Atlanta's a cesspool. It's a culture of criminals in all areas of activity. I know some people are going to see this video and they're going to disagree, but I say, hey, you move there and see how you like it. See how it goes. Tell me call me in 5 years and tell me how it's going. It might be going great for you, but you have to be a certain type of person to live there. And I'm not that type of person. So if I don't like how something is, if I don't like how things are going, if I don't like how I'm being treated, I'm getting up out. I'm getting up out of there. Why? Because that's how I am. If I don't like something, I change it. I do something about it. That's how I get down. That's how I roll. I did all I could do there. And it's time to move on to bigger and better things. I'm a forward thinking person. I'm a practical thinking person. I don't like to just exist. I like to always be growing, not dying, not stagnant. I felt like I did as much as I could do there. It's time to move on. You know? So, cesspool it's a culture of criminals. And the riffraff is real there too. You're going to run into people on these jobs, people at these businesses or restaurants, or you gotta have run-ins everywhere. Unless you just stay home all the time. If you stay home all the time, you might not have, you know, you might be okay. But I tell you what, if you ever get into any trouble, oh yeah, let the riffraff begins. You're gonna have some problems. You better have some money. Because you're gonna have to pay to get up out of that. You have to pay to get rid of that problem. That's how it is. And see, Atlanta is not the type of place where you go and hey, I want to start a new beginning. Mm-mm. It's not that type of town, buddy. Mm-mm. You're gonna be struggling. You better have your money right. You know. Now, see, I learned this the hard way in the beginning. My first 2 years taught me that I gotta really stay focused. See, there's a lot of distractions down there. You know, from the first 2 years, I learned that I said, hey, I gotta cut this shit out. And there's no place to raise a family, kids, and have a family. You will destroy your kids and your family. You will be divorced or on the brink of divorce unless y'all in an open marriage or y'all just wilding. And that's how a lot of people stay married down there. It's whatever. If you married, shit, I'm married too. It don't matter. All I need is 2 hours. That's what it is down there. There's no rules down there. People just do whatever and just take it to the house. Come back home. That's how it is. There's a lot of gays. Most of them are in the closet. Most of them are not out the closet. That's what it is. Nothing against gay people, but I'm not gay. You know, they pretty much run the whole city. Pretty much. They got they have a lot of jobs. They have a lot of clout down there. They do. Now you're not going to see that if you go there on the weekend. You know, gay people get a lot of opportunities down there. And you'll be working with a lot of them. They'll be telling you what to do. They'll put them in charge. That's what it is. Yeah, you gotta put up with that riffraff. You're gonna run into it. It's just no getting around the riffraff. You're gonna have to deal with it at some point, unless you just stay home. You don't work a job. Maybe you work from home, or maybe you just don't work at all. Great. You won't have any problems if you work at home or you don't work at all. You won't have any problems because the chance of you running any riffraff is slim to none if that's the case. But if you work a job, you're out and about doing shit, oh, you're going to run into it. It's going to happen at some point, and you're going to have to deal with it. And it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's a culture of criminals down there. Nothing is what it seems down there. Almost everything's a front. That's how it is. I just got tired of it. I'd rather just move on. Live for cheap or less. Low stress or no stress. I don't have no stress now. Don't got to worry about all, you know, the stuff that I might encounter or stuff that might happen. I don't have to think about a lot of that stuff. I don't have to think about people trying to scam and take advantage of me all the time. You can't even get a apartment down there without running into some riffraff or some nonsense. You can't even buy a car, apartment. It's little stuff. It's like always some type of catch. Somebody's trying to be slick, trying to get money out of you, and it's a lot of that going on down there. It's always it's and it ain't. And see, you might say, "Well, it's just you." No, it's not. Other people experience the same thing that I've experienced. The only difference between them and me is they just don't talk about it. They just they just keep it moving. They just tolerate the abuse and the mistreatment. They don't do anything about it. That's one reason why it keeps going, because nobody says anything or does anything about anything. So it just keeps going, man. I chose to do something about it. Get my ass up out of there. And the thing is, a lot of times, let's say you're being mistreated on your job or maybe at a restaurant or whatever. A lot of times, man, this shit has been going on for so long. A lot of these people have gamed the system. So if they do something to you, they make it very difficult for you to get at them legally. Because they've been doing it for so long, they've mastered they've mastered taking advantage of people. So it's going to be damn near impossible for you to get at them legally. Because it's like, how you going to prove it? You know I did it, and I know you did it. How you going to prove it? So you got that too. That's down there big time. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. And it's a culture of criminals down there. These people have been trained to do a lot of this shit. Not and plus the people that these they're allowed to do these things, run these tricks and these scams, and these companies back them up. They back them up. It happens. So, and then people say, "Well, what's the dating scene like?" Look, this shit is raggedy down there, man. You got women don't know if they want to be with a man one day or a woman one day. Women are all over the place mentally down there. Not all, but the majority. You can't date no woman like that. How you gonna take a woman serious? One day she's licking, the next day she's kissing on a man. I mean, she want to be a pitcher and a batter. Well, you can't take a woman serious like that. How that's gonna work? It's not gonna work, man. Hey, share the video, and don't forget to check out the Love Can't Wait podcast, which can be found on iTunes, Google, Anchor, Shopify, iMedia, iHeartMedia, any place where audio's being found, basically, at this point. And hit the Cash App if you like what I'm talking about. So, now one thing about Atlanta that I do like is if you bought your business, you can make some decent money, but it ain't gonna be on no job. Now, maybe you can use that job as leverage to help you make more money. Yeah, but it's cutthroat. It's cutthroat down there. So it's like it's a nice place for you to get some money, but just don't move there. You might go there for a couple of days on the weekends or during the weekday, make your money or establish partnerships and get up out of there. But don't move there. It's cutthroat. It's really cutthroat. So that's the one good thing. It's kind of like America. If you really think of America, it's kind of like that. America is a good place to make money, but your relationships is going to suffer. Atlanta is pretty much like that too. Your relationships are going to suffer. It's high stress environment. Um, and you can't in Atlanta. I've never been to a place where you can't trust anybody, bro. You can't trust anybody. You can't even trust your cousins. You can't even trust them. It's the environment that does that. You have to remember, environment has a lot to do with how people behave, their mindset, their behavior. The environment has a lot to do with that. You have to keep that in mind. It's not the best environment to be in. It's overpopulated. The traffic is crazy. It's just too many people in one place. And there ain't enough jobs for everybody. So you know what that means. If people don't have jobs, people go into resort to criminal activities. That's just what it is. If I don't have no money, I don't got no job. Most people are going to resort to criminal activity. So they're going to be scamming, running scams, doing all kind of crazy, weird shit, doing something strange for a piece of change. Survival of the fittest. Now you might be saying, well, just go get a job, man. Well, that's easy for you to say. Most people aren't that disciplined. Most people, they get reduced to a damn near animal if they don't have what they need. If they don't have the bare minimum, like food, water, and shelter, most people they'll just flip the fuck out because they don't have the discipline. Most people are undisciplined. It takes a lot of discipline not to jerk somebody or take advantage of somebody when you can. That takes a lot of discipline. Now you think about this thing. You don't have no money, no job, your stomach is empty. You can take advantage of this person if you want to, but you won't do it because maybe you feel like he or she's a good person. They don't deserve it. You like the person, you trust the person. Maybe you look up to the person, but your ribs are touching. But you ain't gonna do them in. That takes a lot of discipline for most people. I can tell you this: if someone can take advantage of you, they probably will. They probably will. And money and a job don't have nothing to do with it. They can have money, job, food, water, and shelter, and still take advantage of you. I think it's human nature, to be honest. Yeah. So you have to look out for yourself, stand up for yourself, you know? But look, I don't want to exist in a world. I want to make a difference. I want to be growing, not dying, progressing, getting better, always trying to be the best version of self. So I felt like I couldn't do that anymore there. I felt like I did all I could. So when that's the case, it's time to move on. It's trying to get into bigger and better things. And, you know, I'll be sure to let you know what that is in a coming future, you know. But I just wanted to do this video to tell everybody why I moved, because people been sending me emails on Instagram and even emails on my email address asking why I'm moving hot Atlanta. And this is excuse me. This is the reason why. You know, it's like I did all I could do there. Can't do no more. I did the best I can or the best I could with what I had, you know. And down there, um, I was by myself down there. I didn't have no friends down there. Maybe one, two, three people, but I wasn't really around them all the time. I didn't really see them like that. But I always say, look, I don't owe nobody anything. The same way I went to Atlanta is the same way I left Atlanta, by my damn self. So I don't owe nobody anything. Anybody say, hey, he owe me he owe me some money or he owe me, that person's lying. I was down there 10 years. 10 years. I don't owe nobody anything. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, Out of that 10 years, I had a podcast came out of that. I just the podcast haven't even been a year yet since I started the podcast. I started the podcast during the pandemic last year. Last what? November. Last November. And I wrote 2 books out of that 10 years. I did, a lot of videos on this channel. And I started another channel. And what else? I met a lot of people. So most of the people I met, they were outside of Atlanta. And I leverage my job opportunities to help me meet more people, create more income. You know, there's some other things I did too, but I'm not gonna go into all that. I'll talk about that later. But hey, you know, if you know better, you do better, man. But nobody in their right mind is gonna stay down there for the rest of their life. No way. Yeah, I'm always suspect of people that say they like it down there. I always ask them, "What do you like about it?" I always ask them that, and how they respond to that is going to tell me a lot about them. Because nobody in their right mind likes it down there. There's people down there I know personally. They want to get the hell up out of there, but they just don't have. They're not able to leave because financially they just can't. They don't have the money to leave. I was able to leave because I had the money to pay to leave. You know, yeah, I had. It's a very expensive place to live, but yeah, I had the money to leave. I was able to do it. A lot of people don't. A lot of people are struggling down there. I wasn't. I wasn't struggling. Yeah, but hey, if you in Atlanta, hold your head up, man. Find a way to get up out of there while you can. The struggle is real down there, man. So hey, like, share the video. Tell me what you think below. Don't forget to check out the Love Can't Wait podcast, which can be found on iTunes, Google, Shopify, Anchor, iHeartMedia, any place with audio, basically. Even Amazon. You can be found on Amazon too. You know. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.